Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Old Games. Today we are continuing the Imperial role-playing campaign as Greek cities. And before we continue the campaign, let's make just a quick check about our faction leader, how he should affect our gameplay. So he's kind of no-nonsense guy. And seems to be, actually I haven't seen this one before. Okay. So basically no nonsense guy, which is good. Unfortunately he's getting a bit old, but let's hope he will do. And I think if we are able, we should reinforce the armies here. So let's send the hoplites there. Let's hire some mercenaries, which will be sent to the other army as well. And then let's bring in some elite armored hoplites. And from here I think the army should start marching pretty soon. And here Decius Julius, I don't think he has enough to stop our attack, so let's take Sigesta for us for appetizers. And you want to be using the rams, but the hoplite units. With the armored hoplites coming along as the main force to push, and then missile units to provide support. Actually, if we could take down some velites here, that would be great. Or any other troops taken down here will make the actual fight quite a bit easier.
Our soldiers are at the walls. Now they must batter a way through. The enemy gate is down. Our battering ram has done its work. Militia cavalry, stand and fight! Quickly! Hoplite! Form a phalanx! Move out! Hoplite! Move! The walls are breached, and the way into the city is open for our soldiers. Order the attack! Drop the ram! Form a phalanx!
I think it's wise to send the armored hoplites first. They won't break as easily as the hoplites or normal hoplites,
The walls are taken!
and they are also better fighters. And there is already cavalry out to meet them. Let's try to catch some of these velites off guard here, or kind of fleeing here. It's that many troops less for us to worry about later. Unfortunately, it seems they are faster than our armored hoplites. Kind of no wonder, since these units are having heavy armor on. But at least some damage here. And this unit of armored hoplites will guard our back here. And I think this is the way to the center of the city. Rear guard will be here. Okay, so this is the way to the city center. And the enemy is having quite heavy losses at the moment. And I guess this is the best place for the rear guard. And then we just wait for the army to get into position. It's time for you guys to form a phalanx, and you as well. And it's time for us to get into position here. Are they actually firing at all? Maybe we should switch the places with these heavy peltasts. I guess that's a bit better place to shoot. Well, at least one arrow is flying. Now a couple of more. Okay. And they actually took down a Hastati. Let's see if we could provoke them to charging us. Okay. So are they trying to flank us? That's kind of new. If they are doing that. I don't know if our rearguard can hold against enemy general's charge. So let's move a bit forward. Okay, and the charge is coming. Equites are charging. They have no chances against armor hoplites. Astati incoming next, it seems. Those Pila do some damage. But I think we should be fine. If they were not in the city center, the Hastati would have broken already. Maybe this unit could help a bit. And let's guard the flank of these normal hoplites. So this one is keeping the enemy in place, while these push to the flank. Okay, and it seems the general is coming to help the enemy. Hopefully the pike wall is ready. It seems to be. And now it's time to take down the enemy general and finish the battle for us.
The enemy.
Excellent. Losing a large city is a blow to any faction, and this kind of solidifies our grip of the northern Italy. The enemy only has two more strongholds left there.
Ships ready! Ramming speed! Victory! Ramming speed! Victory! Set sail! Ready! Prepare to engage! We are victorious!
It seems to be a
Set sail!
difficult task to get more golden chevrons
Prepare to engage!
for the fleet, in addition to the first one.
The sea is ours! Set sail! Ships ready! Ramming speed! The sea is ours! Set sail! Ready! Set sail!
Okay, and we have a turn. And finally, the Egyptians are attacking against Nicandros the Honest, his great commander, hesitant attacker, superior defender, so it seems defensive tactics are in order. Hopefully we will have time to replenish our troops before the Greeks, or rather the Egyptians, make a second attack. Facest et ab hoste doceri. It is right to learn even from the enemy. Sounds wise. And since we are using defensive tactics... Oh, Phalanx Palace. Pretty big. So... I'm just wondering about these superior defensive tactics. Maybe they are abandoning the walls, as hoplites are not on their best on the walls, and let the enemy come to us in the streets. And let's see what streets lead to the city center. At least this one. And there is a choke point here. So it's a natural place for defense. Then here is another street. Okay. I think we will utilize the tree to break enemy formations. And where is another street? Maybe some enemy could come from there, so we need to take that into account, but I think here is a good place for defensive formations. And then let's secure this one here as well. And I think our main positions could use some reinforcing hoplites. As well, to prevent the enemy from breaking our formation. And where are the first troops I positioned? Choke point. So that's secured. And here... Okay, this is the choke point. Okay. And here is the point or area I was looking for. And I think the brunt of enemy attack will come from here. So the general will be here, as well as some support from missile infantry and archers. And I think this is the second likeliest place for enemy attack, so we need some missile infantry there as well. The rest of the cavalry will act as reserve, as well as eastern mercenaries, which I don't, to be honest, want to utilize at all. And I think we are pretty much dug in, ready for the battle. So let's see. Unfortunately, the gates here were not open, so we cannot utilize the Greek meat grinder in this episode. But at least the towers on the walls will get at least some shots off before the enemy gets in. Unfortunately, they are able to capture quite a lot of
The
towers,
enemy have formidable
as the
siege towers
battering
in the
ram
walls.
was destroyed.
Prepare for some hard fighting.
And here is another unit trying to get in.
The ladders are at the walls, but there is still time enough to gather for a counterattack.
Not good that they have Pharaoh spearmen and Pharaoh bowmen as well. Hopefully as many of them as possible will go down to the towers. At the moment the enemy has taken 10% losses, which is good news. These towers here are having a field day, at least shooting on the wall, but at least they have inflicted some casualties. Maybe they will have better luck when the battering ram comes around the corner. And I think the enemy is soon ready to move to open the gates. And then the real battle will begin.
No longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
So they captured 2 towers, 3, or rather 2 towers and the gateway. So that hinders a bit our enthusiasm to pursue the enemy, as we will take casualties from those enemy towers, and this battering ram is burning, which means that these troops will take some additional casualties running underneath those towers. And I think the battle here will be joined soon. Hopefully some enemies will go this way around, because then these 2 towers or that gateway can shoot them as well. So maybe we can sum up the initial enemy casualties from towers, about 15%, which is okay, could be better. And let's just hope our phalanxes are able to hold here. They are experienced. Maybe not our best units, which they should have been, but they have these skirmishers to support them. And the general as well. Unfortunately, the enemy isn't taking casualties from friendly fire here, as the chariots are disrupting the formation, but let's try to take down some of those Pharaoh's guards. I think the Phalanx can take these chariots pretty well, but since these Pharaoh's guards don't have shields, I think they are pretty vulnerable to missiles. Well, at least some went down. And the battle begins. And now the battle is joined in earnest as the Pharaoh's guard enters the battle. Seems we haven't taken any casualties yet, so we should be in pretty good position to deal with them. They are already wavering. Okay, first casualties for us. Hopefully we can break them soon. Good. And not many men left, which I think will mean that they won't be coming back to haunt us in this battle. And the casualties, they have lost 1/4 of their troops. By the way, getting back this tower here would be very beneficial. And some Nubian spearmen incoming. Maybe I should bring the reserve phalanxes from here to closer by if the enemy manages to get a breakthrough. As the enemy units moving to other streets is rather small. Enemy forces moving there are rather small. And we could actually bring some more missile units. So that's why this missile cavalry is brought here. It seems some wheels have gotten this far. And the enemy general is joining the battle as well. Okay, those Nubian spearmen are starting to rout. And by turning their backs, they will get more hits from the arrows. Okay, and the Egyptian general seems to be having a bow here. So if we could take him down somewhere, that would be great. And then there are those skirmishers. Let's focus the fire on them. They are doing the most casualties to us at the moment. And actually it seems the battle is joined in this front as well. Pharaoh's bowmen decide not to use their bows, but to engage in hand-to-hand combat. And some Nubian spearmen are coming as well, or they're not. Okay, and over half of the enemy has gone down. Some chariots and axemen still coming. Let's focus on the bowmen.
The gods have filled the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
We're being attacked! They're attacking us!
So the question is, when should we push? Here is a unit of Nubian spearmen, and here is a unit of Pharaoh's bowmen shooting missiles. So let's go take care of them. Let's send in some cavalry as well. And maybe we will send these to help there as well.
The enemy army is in flight.
Okay, and the enemy is defeated. We do not pursue them because we cannot be certain that the enemy doesn't besiege this city again this turn, which it didn't. And additionally, the towers would have caused some
Withdraw!
casualties for us.
Out of move, sir!
And we got a new governor. Snobe, we have a new temple of Aphrodite. Not good. So he is doing construction. Maybe the priestesses want to bath. So, or rather have their sewage drained. So maybe we can do that. And in Salamis we are doing pretty okay. And excellent, we are having the new general here. And then we just need to retrain the troops here.
My lord?
As well as some ships. And train some more armored hoplites, and some weakened mercenaries can be sent out. Actually, I think this general could move to Tarsus. And next turn, this army from Salamis will sail towards Egyptian mainland.
Ship's ready! Yes, sir!
Let's try to repair the ship. Okay, we cannot do that
Ready! Yes,
because
sir!
we don't have any
Prepare to engage!
governors
The sea
there.
is ours! Yes, sir! Out of move, sir!
And that city will hold out for 5 more turns.
Yes, Strategos! My lord? Onward!
And I think Batavium will require
Sir!
some troops to maintain public order. Maybe that's enough. And we are heading towards Mediolanium. This army will guard that area. And do we still have some plans unfurling here? We actually wouldn't need that many troops in Nicomedia. Unfortunately, the AI is doing them. But let's try to take down the enemy fleets here. And that Roman ship went down.
Prepare to engage! We are victorious! Ramming speed! Victory! Set sail!
And the Egyptians are beaten back as well.
Yes, sir.
I guess we are doing pretty okay at the moment. Not a good general, but let's take what we can. And he will be... We don't want Apollonia to have military build-up policy, we want to have financial policy. And
Attack! Victory! Yes, sir. Move the
let's
fleet, sir.
send him to Sardis, most likely, yeah. And let's retrain the troops here. And actually we can build councilors' chambers, excellent. And in Sparta, being the bow farmer, rational beliefs, pretty large retinue. I think archery range is in order. In Athens, he's trusting, austere. Okay, prim, superior entry, draughtsman, cantankerous. Okay. And in Kydonia, frugal, sharp, drill master, priest of Hermes. I think we can build something. Halicarnassus, ingenious, understanding of strategy, tutor. So maybe sewers, Bologna. Okay, we cannot affect that. Batavium, army barracks. They are doing now what they are. Salamis, governor's villa. I think we will build a shrine to Athena and port. And some more militia hoplites before the governor will move out.
Ready!
And let's bring in the fleet.
Set sail! Ready to sail! Set sail! My lord!
And let's
My
take
lord?
out the mercenaries.
Onward! Orders! 40!
And we are heading towards Alexandria.
Moves depleted, sir!
And let's send these mercenaries to Tarsus. Ariminum will hold out 4 more turns. Unfortunately, most of the enemy armies are not in the city. If they were, that would be very beneficial for us.
Onward!
Let's hire some mercenaries.
Move out!
And actually, let's try to take that bridge position soon. That will make defense there quite a bit easier.
Ready! Yes, sir! Ships ready! Yes, sir!
Okay. Another general. This time in Lilybaeum. Let's send him to Messana. Pergamum has Cryptorium. And this is the no-nonsense guy. So maybe Aqueduct or Great Agora. Maybe Great Agora. Capua Public Baths. And we are running out of money, it seems. So no further constructions here. And we are in good defensive position at the moment. And it's time to drive away some Romans.
Victory! Prepare to engage! The sea is ours! Yes, Captain!
And from here as well. These blockades are hurting our economy. Sardis has quite a lot of military units. I think we will form a new army of these reserves and send them to take care of these rebels at least. And most likely to reinforce Antioch as well.
Orders! Onward! My lord! Onward! Attack! Victory! Onward! My lord! My lord? Yes, Strategos! Sir! Onward!
And we need some more reinforcements to Antioch. Okay. And this army is pushing towards Sidon.
Ready! Attack! We are victorious! Yes, Captain! Moves depleted, sir! Yes, Captain!
And here... Okay, I guess the Romans are beginning to form up to push us out from there. Let's see if we can prevent that. Yes. And two full armies supported by the somewhat depleted garrison. But we have 10-star general with an army of armored hoplites, so I'm pretty confident that we will beat the enemy. Let's just utilize defensive tactics, and we are on top of a hill, which nicely supports our tactical decision. So I guess these 6 units will form the middle of our formation. These 3 the left flank, these 3 the right flank, and some missile unit support behind. General in the middle, and 3 units as reserve, 1 in each flank and 1 in the middle.
The ferrymen will be busy today. The enemy have brought more men to fight.
Seems our and enemy reinforcements are somewhat delayed, so we can take care of the first enemy army and the garrison first. Actually, is it so that the enemy is not moving? So maybe we could provoke them a bit. try to close the gaps between the formations. There. And we should be in a favored position here. And actually it seems the enemy withdrew. At least for now. Well, they are the offensive or offending party. So staying put is enough for us to gain victory. Maybe a suicidal enemy general. And arrows are starting to fly. Some bodyguards already going down. The enemy seems to have Principes and Hastati, mostly. Some Velites. I think my archers, instead of this infantry, should focus on the enemy missile units. For example, these Roman archers before they get into range. It's a lucky situation that the enemy or the Marian reforms haven't happened yet. They could cause us some inconvenience, as instead of these Hastatis and Principes we would be facing legionary cohorts and early legionary cohorts. You are not to pursue. Stay put. And here only the general is left. The Velites are breaking as well.
The enemy general flees! Press forward so that the spirit of his army is broken
And it
too!
seems our right flank might be threatened by enemy cavalry. So let's be mindful of that and actually send one additional reserve unit to the flank. Let's take down some of those Velites.
The enemy army is in flight! Pursue them! Drive them from the battlefield!
It seems the enemy is reforming again. And here I thought the real attack was about to begin. Always attacking from the left side is beneficial as the troops are holding the shield in the left hand. So from their perspective, a missile attack coming from right side will be more difficult to deflect with the shield. So that's why I always try to attack from that flank. Of course, shooting in the back is even better. Maybe we could get one volley on the backs of those principes. The Romans really could start to do something, because we have run out of missiles here. And they have lost 1/3 of their troops. So, cavalry auxilia is coming towards us. I thought both of those units were equites. If I had known these were missile cavalry, I would have saved some arrows for them. Order the general to chase them away. The problem is that they would run away and then shoot at the general, and I think we could be able to capture them, but that would be on the other side of the map, and then the general wouldn't be with his troops here. Nonetheless, we need to prepare in case they are attacking us. Let's see, it seems they have loose formation. Maybe we could catch some of them, and then the rest of them would be forced to fight. Okay, good. That unit was absolutely devastated. And the Romans are forming up once again. And still not enough courage to attack. I wonder what's giving the AI such problems here. Okay. Some pillar flowing. Maybe I should just push. It seems the enemy doesn't want to fight.
Press forward so that the spirit of his army is broken too. Attack quickly! Ferryman will be beaten. Great God be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts!
And it seems the enemy reinforcements have arrived. So I think we should prepare to put our units in a formation to fight against the new enemy army.
The enemy army is
Okay,
in flight.
excellent.
Pursue them. Drive them from the battlefield.
And practically the same formation. And that will be the final Roman army of the battle. And we are ready for the next attack. And it seems it already happened by those equites. Oh, the enemy has artillery. Not good. At least 4 units of artillery. That might mean some serious trouble for us. But we can take it because then we can capture the enemy city. And the enemy is advancing. They have some principes. Okay, this is a bit heavier army. It seems no hastati. Velites principes. Sorry about that. Some archers, a real general. And those 4 ballistas. And we need to hold 16 more minutes. And it seems the enemy is marching towards us. Maybe they will engage. At least some missiles are flying. And apparently from ballistas. These 2 units are taking beating here. Well, at least these principes are taking quite heavy beating pretty quick. And since the enemy general is in our left flank, we will send last reserve unit. So it's more quickly available there. Then there are the enemy cavalry here, which will probably cause us some troubles. Roman archers shooting. There's kind of interesting formation the enemy is in. They have kind of two clumps of missile units firing from the flanks. The center is very thin and likely will break from the first attack. And then they are having kind of pretty strong flanks that are pretty far off. Let's engage with the armored hoplites and then attack the flank of this Principe unit with our missile units. And as hoped, they are breaking. And let's inflict enough casualties so that they won't be coming back. I think in this scenario the enemy is taking full advantage. Oh,
The gods have filled the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
what I was saying, that I think the enemy is taking full advantage of the slowness of this kind of battle formation with those missile units and flanking forces and whatnot. Let's drive the enemy general out. Okay. Some equites coming after us. We will wheel around after the enemy general is out. And let's hope our general will survive. And they are breaking. And they sustained heavy casualties, so I think the enemy should not be able to rally them, or they shouldn't be able to rally. And I think it's time to bring the battle to the enemy. And once again,
The
our
enemy show their
reinforcements
true
arrive
value.
just
Spare
when
not
the battle
soldiers,
is about to
only
finish.
frightened rabbits running from our men.
Maybe it has something to do with the large unit scale. So if I had a bit smaller unit scale, there would be more units in the field. But I think I like this about 160 men in each unit better than having multiple armies at the same time in the field. So that practically means that we won't have battles with that many units at the same time. I think this is enough. So let's finish the battle.
Gods be praised.
An excellent victory. And Ariminum should be ours momentarily. It's nice that it was a flash flood instead of plague. And in roads we have Agora. Ingenious, devout, deranged. Okay, so he won't have Academy. Maybe he will like Odeon. Syracuse, I think we could have a large temple of Athena. And in Halicarnassus. Well, maybe as he's fertile. Okay, he's poor farmer, so no farms. Maybe walls then. Tarentum, I don't know. Lilybium. Chancer, philosophically inclined, devout, strategist, trusting fool. Trusting and trusting fool. So maybe Rhodes, as he has a mining engineer. In Rome, we could benefit from Academy. And in Segesta, they will do what they will.
Yes, Strategos! Orders, destroy them!
Quite heavy casualties, by the way.
This land is ours! Yes, Strategos! Prepare for battle! Victory and honor! Yes, Strategos! Prepare for battle! Victory and honor!
And it's time to retrain the army.
My lord!
And actually this army can go to Armenium to be retrained.
My lord!
Maybe we can send the armored hoplites to that army.
My lord!
At least some of them.
My lord! Move out! Orders! Yes, Strategos! Sir, my lord! Leaving the army! Onward! Orders! Yes, Strategos! Move out! My lord! Yes, Strategos! Yes, Strategos! Yes, Strategos!
Or actually we should have sent these to Rome. No, maybe next turn.
My lord! Prepare for battle! Orders! Move out!
general in Messana as well. Excellent.
Ready to sail!
Roman fleet is blocking Sparta.
We are victorious! Set sail! Ready to sail!
Try to take down that ship altogether.
The sea is ours! Can't do that, sir! Can't do that, sir! Yes, Captain! No more moves, sir! Ready! Prepare to engage! The sea
And
is
still
ours!
it's fleeing.
Yes, Captain! Ready! Ramming speed!
But no more.
The sea is ours!
Oh, still.
Yes, sir! Moves depleted, sir! Ready!
10
Ramming
men.
speed!
Final.
The
I kind
sea
of
is ours!
always mix
Ready
up
to
that
sail! Yes, Captain!
one of these units is kind of fleet, and then these are the ships in the fleet, but it's kind of men in a ship instead of the ships in the fleet.
Sieging settlements, sir! Settlement under siege, sir! Orders! March!
Okay, we have no mercenaries available.
Orders!
Let's send some nonetheless there to join the army.
Ready!
And it's time to land here
Off the boats! My lord!
in Alexandria, and let's recruit every mercenary we can.
Back! Ready to
Fortunately, the city is very lightly defended, so we should have good time conquering it. And then we had
Strategos! March!
the armies here
Yes, Strategos!
heading towards east.
No more moves, sir! Prepare for battle!
And I guess it's a turn, but at the same time I think that's everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That will help a great deal. You can also post a comment about my gameplay or the role playing here in this campaign, or you may suggest some future games I should play. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.